Imagine this. You're cruising down a rugged mountain trail, dust swirling in your rearview mirror, and sitting behind the wheel of one of the most iconic SUVs ever built, the Toyota Land Cruiser. Well, guess what? The Land Cruiser is gearing up for an exciting comeback in 2026, and trust me, this one's going to make a lot of fans really happy. Now, if you've followed the Land Cruiser over the years, you know it's always been more than just a car. It's a legend. It's been the ultimate go-anywhere, do-anything machine for decades. Families, adventurers, explorers, everyone who wanted something tough but comfortable looked at the Land Cruiser. But, in recent years, it felt like the magic dimmed a little. Toyota had to balance luxury with ruggedness, and sometimes it leaned a bit too far toward being a luxury cruiser instead of the hardcore off-roader it was born to be. The 2026 model? It looks like Toyota is bringing back that original spirit, but with a modern twist. First off, the design. When you see it, you'll notice Toyota is leaning heavily on heritage here. There's a bold, boxy stance, that squared-off shape we all loved from the older Land Cruisers. But it's updated with sharper lines, sleeker headlights, and a grille that feels both tough and premium. It's not trying to be flashy. It's trying to say, yeah, I can handle the city streets, but I'd rather be out on the trail. It's a subtle nod to its roots, and I think that's exactly what Land Cruiser fans have been waiting for. Under the hood is where things get really interesting. Toyota is going hybrid with this one. That's right, the 2026 Land Cruiser will pack a hybrid engine. Before you worry that it might lose its muscle, think again. This isn't about saving pennies at the pump. This is about giving the Land Cruiser more torque, better efficiency, and the kind of low-end grunt you need when you're crawling over rocks or pulling a trailer. Toyota's been pushing hybrids for years, and if there's any brand that knows how to make them reliable, it's Toyota. So instead of losing performance, the hybrid setup is likely going to make this Land Cruiser feel stronger than ever, especially off-road. And speaking of off-road, let's be honest, that's what the Land Cruiser is all about. Toyota's giving it all the goodies. Advanced four-wheel drive, crawl control, locking differentials, and a suspension that's tuned to handle the rough stuff without making you feel like you're bouncing around in a tin can. They've always been good at this, but the 2026 model feels like Toyota is doubling down. It's not just a luxury SUV with off-road potential, it's a true off-roader first, with luxury added on top. That's the sweet spot fans have been craving. Step inside, and you'll see Toyota didn't skimp on comfort either. The interior feels like the perfect blend of rugged and refined. You'll have durable materials where it matters, so you don't have to freak out about muddy boots or kids dropping snacks, but at the same time, it looks upscale and modern. Big touchscreen, digital driver's display, plenty of tech features. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, driver assist systems, all that good stuff. It's the kind of cabin where you could take a cross-country road trip with the family and not feel cramped or tired. Toyota has really been working on balancing toughness with comfort, and it shows here. Now, what about price? Well, Land Cruisers have never exactly been cheap. In the past, they've been sitting in that $80,000 to $90,000 range in some markets, which made them a tough sell when compared to other SUVs. But the 2026 model might change the game. Toyota knows they need to win fans back, so rumors suggest they're aiming for a slightly more approachable price point. Something that still says premium, but doesn't completely price out everyday adventurers. It's still going to be an investment, don't get me wrong, but for what you're getting, legendary durability, hybrid power, modern tech, and serious off-road ability, it might finally feel like a better value than before. And of course, the big question, how does it compare to past Land Cruisers? Well, honestly, it feels like Toyota is striking a balance between old and new. Older models were pure workhorses. They could take a beating and keep on going, but they weren't exactly plush inside. More recent models went the opposite way. They were almost too luxurious, drifting into Lexus territory. The 2026 Land Cruiser feels like the perfect middle ground. It's got the heart of the old-school models, tough, capable, dependable, but with the comfort and tech you'd expect in a modern SUV. To me, that's exactly what the Land Cruiser needed to be again. So, is the 2026 Land Cruiser going to be the return of a legend? I think so. Toyota seems to have listened to fans and critics, blending the rugged DNA that made this SUV famous with the kind of modern features today's drivers actually want. Whoosh!